What's going on, guys? Coming at you again with a midday update with AMC. We're looking at where the price is and also looking at some of the DD behind the scenes. So if it sounds like a good video, as always, make sure to give it a like and subscribe if you can, please, because we are trying to get that DD out there. But also remember, this is not financial advice. It is only my personal opinion and nothing more than that. But now we're going to dive in and we're going to have a look at where we are. Now, the first thing I want to do is have a look at the share price, and you're going to see not really too much to talk about over here. Perhaps over here on the Yahoo Finance chart is more simple, and you can just see the price section. We're seeing a drop of about 0.93, which is about 5.87% so far. It is a bit of a steep drop, but again, as I did say this morning in the morning update video that I like to give you guys, this was not something that we didn't expect. We did know this was a possibility, because on green days, like what we saw yesterday, where the market was actually doing okay for the most part, when the market's doing well, AMC doesn't tend to run that much, but when the market is doing poorly, AMC tends to fall massively. So we know that's a trend that they have been making AMC follow, and it does work, because if we think about it, it gives them an argument, and they haven't really had that argument for a long time. Previously, they've always gone with the fact of, oh, this is a fundamentally flawed company, and I think the new tactic is now make the price action, if it is manipulated, of course, so make the price action look like it's going down on its own merit, and that way they can spread this word that the company isn't doing well, people are selling, etc, etc, when in actuality we do have the figures, but it is something that they can try and do. Make this sell-off look as natural as they can, and I think that is what they're doing at the minute. So, you know, when we've seen it drop steeper and steeper, especially on days when the market is looking quite red, I do get it. It is probably what they're going to try and do. But yeah, the markets overall are coming back now a little bit, which is good. But yes, that is just what we're seeing so far with this one. Anyway, now let's have a look back at what Ortex Guy said. So Ortex Guy is on Reddit r/AMC. He is JD Ruckus who posted this. He's put Ortex Guy here with your update for today, of course, on the bell. So the opening bell update. The short interest is holding flat above 20. The days to cover is flat around 2.5. The current mood, lots of flat data for non-flat price action. And this is a prime example of what self-reported data is like. And you get the picture of what he's trying to say. And we're just going to have a look at these images which he has shared very kindly. So let's have a look at these. This is the first one. This is the second one. It's the data from Ortex. So we're going to have a look at this first. You can see what it is. So we're looking at things for the exchange reported short interest. It's a change of plus 2.41%. The estimated short interest percentage of free float is a change of plus 1.16. The percentage of the free float on loan, a change of plus 2.29. The shares on loan, a change of 2.34. The days to cover is a change of minus 2.06, the cost to borrow is a change of plus 3.8, and the utilization is a change of 2.42, and that's the first row of figures. Now for the more generalized figures over here, what we're seeing is things like the short interest change by plus 0.8, so not too big. We're seeing a estimated percentage of free float being around 20.24, the estimated short interest 103.9 million shares, the return shares about 90k just under, the borrowed shares just over 1 million, and we're seeing over here the cost to borrow minimum being at 1.04, the maximum being at 1.47, giving us an average of 1.44. So there you go, that's what we are seeing from Ortex. And I do agree with what he says, because he mentions the fact that this is what happens when self-reported data is allowed, because self-reported is reported by oneself. I mean, it is pretty self-explanatory, but I must kind of emphasize that to understand what it means. So they can report it with their own, you know, power. They don't necessarily have to be telling the truth. It's self-reported. So, you know, it's not really always guaranteed to be the most accurate. There is, of course, areas for holes in there, in my opinion. Now, a quick reminder of something that we've known for a while. It's coming from this user over here on r/AMC, talking about how this is ridiculous. The full float has been traded about 56 times in the time frame, and we are holding about 80 to 90% of the float the whole time. You can see the figures over here, and I do think when we look at this, and this is not exactly new data, it is a shocker. I mean, we knew this was probably the case, but now it's becoming more and more apparent, because if we hold 80-90%, what are they trading, and how is it being flipped so many times? It just doesn't make sense in my personal opinion, but you guys may disagree or have a different opinion. That's just the way that I see it. Now, this is an individual that does have a different opinion, not necessarily different to mine, but different to some, because he goes on to speak about why he doesn't get the AMC movement. Now, before we do dive in, it is not a bearish post, it's a good post, and it's coming from Organic Gas 8342 56 minutes ago. So let's say the average ape has spent approximately $25 per share as a cost average, and he already knows as well that's probably a high estimate, but for argument's sake we'll give it that high estimate. Anyway, the stock price is currently around 15 a share. Why would anybody sell their position knowing that this is a short squeeze play? If anything, everybody is just adding more to their position. I mean, anybody who can afford it at the current price. Even my parents, who taught me putting my life savings into a squeeze play, thought was ludicrous, even though I purchased thousands of dollars worth of shares. Just strictly because of how low the price is, even at a fundamental level, this is still a huge discount. I don't get it, hedgies. Either you guys are really grasping at straws, or this is just insane. And I've been going on about this point for a while as well, right? Obviously, I am not a financial advisor. At the end of the day, guys, I do not mind what you do. You should do what is best for you, because that is your call to make. But the way that I see it for myself, again, in my personal opinion, you do what's best for you, but the way that I see it for me, I have a lot of AMC shares. I have 2 accounts. The majority of my shares are bought in at an average of about $14 roughly. My second account, I have an average of about $31. And the way that I see it, especially for the ones at $14, is a case of this company is doing really well on a fundamental level. Big movies coming out this year, okay? The company's not going bankrupt anymore, which is a big deal. On top of that, we're seeing the company actually expand, moving into new areas, such as NFTs and popcorn, etc., as you will know. And when we tie this back into the whole AMC bear case, to short the stock, what is it about them? Because obviously it's not going to go bankrupt anymore, so that's not really a case. Yes, Netflix and other streaming services are popular, but they will never replace the cinema, because people want to go and experience the big screen. So what is the argument? Where is the bear case for AMC now? And as far as people, of course, in my opinion, for me, let's say for me as an example, let's say I wanted to buy more AMC shares now. How is a bear going to convince me? Because fair enough, if you were to tell me that AMC is going to go down from 70, that is, of course, one angle to take, and I do respect that. But now we're coming down to the price of, what, 15, 14, 13, 12. I have a hard time understanding where the bear case is for AMC. What is the fundamental value of this stock now? In my opinion, again, my personal opinion, I must state that, but for me, I think the value of this stock is at least $20 to $25 on a fundamental level, maybe even higher than that. It's just my personal beliefs. You guys may have differing opinions. I want to hear all opinions, though, down in the comment section, so do drop me a comment, and I will, of course, be back with you guys in just a bit for another episode, so make sure to join us for that. Again, like this one, share it if you can, and I'll be back to see you soon. But I do think it's going to be interesting to not only watch AMC stock today, but also watch the general market, because like I said, a lot is going on. It's going to be an interesting day, and I cannot wait to see what does unfold. But I do want to hear your opinions down below in the comment section, like I said. Make sure to give this video a like and subscribe, and again, if you can share it anywhere, please do, because we are, of course, trying to spread the good DD and get the information out there to those who need it, because I know a lot of apes right now are feeling unsure. But of course, with the right information, with the right DD, they will know what they're doing. Now, of course, do not use this as your only source of information. Do your own research, come to your own conclusions, but I will be back with you guys in a bit for another episode, so do make sure to join us for that, and I will see you in that. So thank you for watching through till the end, but let me tell you about our Discord. So on your screen you will be seeing the N2S Finance Discord. Obviously it is split into multiple sections. Basically at the top we have updates from me and all that kind of good stuff. If you scroll down a bit further we have the main sections where we focus on cryptos, SPACs and other hot stocks including penny stocks, even stable growth stocks as well, and we even have a special AMC GME chat. If you scroll down you can see some research and DD from the community. We also have funny memes and you can see actual contributions from members down here. And again, if you do join us, it is completely free, link is down below. But if you do want to become a Patreon, you will actually get a pink sticker which will be displayed on your name. So your name will come up in pink as mine comes up in red down here, and that will show that you are a Patreon. But other than that guys, you can join completely for free down below. You do not have to pay anything if you do not want to. Thank you for watching, see you soon.